Shalom, Kala Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Bahashim Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and Shalom to those who elect. This is going to be a quick spiritual hit, quick video, basically on one of these comments I seen on a brother's video. Now, this is brother Amawan Gabar, I believe that's what his name is. And he makes good videos, so definitely check him out. But the brother, he posted a video. There's this video circulating around of that basically showcases the white privilege, so-called white privilege in America. And the video is good. You should check it out. It's like at the beginning of this video if you wanted to see it. But it showcases how much privilege these so-called white people get. All right. But I'm not going to play it because, you can watch it if you want, but that's basically what it does. And the brother goes into it more in detail with the scriptures, but it showcases how much privilege that these so-called white people get. And what I really wanted to touch on, because the Edomite came in the comments, and the brothers through the spirit, they were cutting them. But as you see, what I assume to be Edomite, based on how this guy, based on what he's saying, he's more than likely an Edomite. All right. And as you see, first of all, in this photo, ancient tomato, a cornball. But you see in this photo, it has a so-called white Jesus. All right. That's Caesar Borgia, which ultimately just goes back to Serapis Christus. All right. Ancient Greco-Egyptian deity. Now when we look at what he said, right, he said, get over, all right, and this is in response to the video, all right, it says, get over your racial persecution complex. It's not based in truth. Quit your interspersing Hebrew words into English to make your message appear more intelligent, which clearly this guy doesn't know anything, all right, because the Bible was originally written in Hebrew. All right, so clearly this dude doesn't know a damn thing if he's telling us to not go into Hebrew words. It says, humble yourself, read the scriptures, and don't add them and blah, blah, blah's name. I just hate saying that, hate saying that name. He said in Jesus' name, which, you can believe in Jesus all you want. At the end of the day, that's not who the world ignorantly calls Yahushai. Who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, that's not his name. All right. And Jesus is a whole nother God himself. So you can believe in Jesus all you want. All right. It's really, you're just believing in Satan. That's all it is. All right. But as you see, the main point I wanted to focus on is where he says, get over your racial persecution complex. And essentially, he's telling us to forget all the oppression that we've been through. All right. And like I said, the brothers were cooking them in the comments. All right. But most importantly, I wanted to, this dude, this brother right here, Esau, Esau 4. It says, I'm going to read his comment. He said, that's the fucking problem. You tell us to forget about our oppression, but yet we still get treated like fucking shit, and the brother's basically going off, but really not going off. Slakia. You got people that interpret that wrong, but the brother's cutting them, but the main point is, he said, that's a problem. You're telling us to forget about our oppression. And that's what this Edomite was doing. He's basically telling us to forget about all the oppression that we went through. And then he claims to say that that's biblical. All right. He said, humble yourself, read the scriptures. But clearly this dude has not read the damn scripture and he doesn't know anything. All right. But this video is for the hopeful elect. All right. Lord's will, y'all will be edified by what I'm going into, because, we're going to find out in the scriptures, but we're supposed to remember. All right. Starting with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, they remember all the hell that these nations, started with the so-called white man, are at the top of them, Esau, Edom. They remember what they have done to us. All right. But these are one of the ways you can tell the spirit of a devil, man. They'll say stuff like this, like to forget, forget what we went through. All right. It's because it's in their spirit to be deceivers. All right. To try to trick us. All right. So I'm going to start off with Psalms 10. Psalms 10 and 11, he said, all right, and this is talking about the so-called white man. This is a characteristic or a trait of the so-called white man, all right, the enemy of the nation of Israel, all right? Nation of Israel being you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and anybody else whose spirit resonates with this truth. Verse 11, he said, he hath said in his heart, the Most High hath forgotten. He hideth his face, he will never see it. All right, so he's saying in his heart or his mind, all right, the Hebrew word there is lab, which means mind, all right, which tells you that you have to go into the words. Because what did this guy say? He said, quit your interspersing Hebrew words into English. All right, the Bible was originally written in Hebrew. All right, so English is the one who came in, who got in the way of understanding. All right, because you're not going to understand if the Bible unless you go into the origin of the words. All right. He has said in his heart. He's not saying it in his heart, the vessel that pumps blood. He's saying it in his mind. All right. That's why you got to go into the words to understand it. All right. The word there is lab, which means mind. He said, the Most High hath forgotten. And that's essentially how these devils think. They think that that the Lord has forgotten, so that we're supposed to forget all the oppression that they've done to us. They want us to forget, man. He said, get over your racial persecution complex. All right. So how are we supposed to get over being persecuted? All this stuff that has been happening to us is still happening to us this day. So there's nothing to forget if it's still going on. All right. He's saying it like it's in the past. It's still going on to this day. So we're not supposed to forget, man. And according to the scriptures, right, the Lord doesn't forget. But this is ultimately how we know that you're our enemy. The so-called white man is our enemy. He is our number one enemy on this earth. All right. He's wickedness in the flesh. Okay. But the crazy thing is, even with Jake seeing this, you still going to have Israelites out there, all right, that are going to believe and trust in the so-called white man, even though this is his spirit. All right. This is his spirit right here. He said, get over your racial persecution, man. This is how they feel. They want us to forget all the hell that has happened to us. All right. But we're reading about them right here. We're reading their traits. So this is how you know you can spot a devil. All right. This is how you can spot a devil. Verse 12 says, arise, O Lord, O power, lift up thine hand, forget not the humble. All right. The true humble ones are the elect out of the nation of Israel. Verse 13 says, wherefore doth the wicked contemn the Most High? All right. Let me look up that word contemn. Now that I think about it. Contemn, it says to spurn, to despise, to spurn. Let me see. Let me go a little more. Root, to scorn. By intercharge, to bloom, to harbor, to blasphemy, to despise. All right. Basically like despise. So it says, wherefore doth the wicked despise the Most High? He hath said in his heart, all right, in his mind, thou wilt not require it. All right. So they honestly think that the Lord is not going to require, payback. All right. That the Lord has forgotten. Okay. That there's not going to be a punishment for what they have done. All right. And ultimately, it's our fault at first. All right. Because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. But the Lord never told you to rape our women, to rape men. All right. Because they did that when we were in physical slavery, as they call it. I think it was called butt breaking or buck breaking. All right. But they will rape our strongest man in the crowd of in the crowd of people. All right. The Lord never told him to destroy the earth and everything in it. You know, so this is why you so-called white people got to be destroyed, man, because ultimately your spirit is wicked and there's no changing you. No matter how much you want to change, the Lord is never going to deal with you on the right hand side. All right. So it's impossible for you so-called white people to change. Right. You're the spirit of wickedness. All right. You're the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. All right. So you are wicked and you got to be destroyed. it says, all right, let me see. This is all around good chapter to read, but I'm just gonna end it on one more precept, and then we'll get out of here. Ecclesiastes, I think it's 3:15. And yeah, Ecclesiastes 3:15. That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. And the Most High requireth that which is in the past. Oh, but wait, ancient tomato, it said, look, get over your racial persecution. All right. And when she's saying that, like I said, as if it's in the past, but it's not. We're still getting where, what's that saying? The last hired and first fired. All right. That applies to so-called black people, Native Americans. All right. And all of Israel. All right. So we're still getting persecuted till this day. All right. But he's telling us to get over it. All right. As if it was something in the past. But look, the scriptures say, and the Most High requires that which is in the past. So what is that talking about? If you claim to read and understand the scriptures, ask a Christian, what is this talking about? What does he require that is in the past? All right. It's all the hell and the wickedness that you've done. All right. There's a righteous judgment coming to you so-called white people and all you heathens. All right. And 2/3 of our people. All right. The scriptures say, because like I said, you're going to have 2/3 that are still going to, even after knowing how these so-called white people feel, they're still going to side with them, man. Well, the scriptures say, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. All right. So a major righteous judgment is coming. All right. And that judgment is a result of the Lord not forgetting what has happened to his people. All right. The apple of his eye. All right. So, but with that, all praises, Lord's will, you're edified. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, Bahashim and Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the hopeful elect.